Hello.
Justin, start the stream.
Alrighty.
Hello.
How's it all going, fellas? And girl? It's my pleasure to be casting this week. I am Justin, clean your room, Sharp. And I'm joined by my little brother, Matthew, like 629 Sharp as well.
How you going? Hello.
So I'm dead set keen for this game. It's going to be a good one.
So off the bat, we see a Vayne and a Vladimir ban. Not too out of the usual. I think the Nerd Patrol is a bit of a Vladimir one trick, so taking that off the board is a good idea. And and the AD bans, they go into a bit of the playstyle of the carry bot lane, so they want to try and take that away as much as possible, which makes a bit of sense. But yeah.
And you might be noticing, in the place where a beautiful webcam has been in the past, Mr. Chinchi, I do not have a webcam, so I do apologize for that. So you get to look at
Big rip.
Quit Spectating. That is my official face today. So yeah. Yeah, I'm keen for this game. Cheekbusters, obviously haven't played a game yet. Maddie, you might want to turn down your headset because I'm getting feedback. But Cheekbusters haven't played yet. I'm still getting it, Maddie.
Yeah.
Just turn down your headset because it's feeding back.
Is that better?
I think that's better. Yeah, I can't hear myself anymore. Wait, I can. Just turn it right down, bro. But yeah, Cheekbusters have not played as of yet. Had a bye. But on the red team, FiestaDive have played a game, so we've gotten a bit of a chance to check out their gameplay. The Cheekbusters most notably being the reigning champs of last year, so it's going to be a tough matchup for FiestaDive. And be interesting to see what kind of unfolds. So Jack's first pick, along with the Jarvan. Obviously prioritizing the top lane there on FiestaDive. Be interesting to see what they pick up next.
That could also be a Jack's jungle. Though QQ 1-on-1 has been playing a lot recently, and I believe he might have played it in their last game. Yeah, he played it in their last game as well in their win over Team Mercy. So wouldn't be surprised if they maybe flex that. It's a pretty strong first pick, and then we see an Orianna second. So
yeah, Kane Kamata in the chat. I saw a game yesterday with Nerd Patrol playing Sion in top and Sidley inting. I too did see that in his match record. He's not doing so well in that one, but we'll see what happens. See if we see the big Sion. Ooh, Corky. Yeah, I know Big Herc, aka Reese, is a bit of a beast Corky player, so I'm kind of excited to see this one, to be honest.
Yeah, and I think that Nami pick is almost a denial from the side of Cheekbusters.
Yeah, we were looking at the damage stats. Oh, Maddie, that feedback is horrible. But the Nami, we looked at the last game that FiestaDive played, and Nami had about 20k damage, so definitely seen as a bit of a threat. And Galio, third pick. Interesting to see where the Galio will be played. Quite strong in the support at the moment, so yeah. Right, so the Siren ban. Wow. I bet Dave's feeling pretty special right now. Getting target banned. I wonder what else he's going to pick up.
Never look back.
And followed up by Jace. Okay, so they obviously sense that there might be a weakness in their top lane, so they're trying to pick champions out of the board game that can punish a weaker top lane. So respect going over to the FiestaDive top laner. Alright, and an Irelia ban. Interesting. So they're obviously afraid of Dave's Irelia, which is interesting. Excuse the dial tone. So we're seeing Sivir and Zaya picked up. Interesting. Are you there, Matthew?
Yo, hello.
Oh, that's a lot better. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting some interesting feedback.
Sorry about that one, guys. But yeah, the interesting thing is that they seem to be running almost a pretty similar comp to last time FiestaDive, that is with the Ornn top lane, Jax jungle. The only really difference is that they're running more of a heavy tanky CC style support. So I'm intrigued to see how that plays out for them. But yeah, it sounds looks interesting.
I do like the Zaya pickup. Obviously, the ability to self-peel is quite important
Yeah.
against this team. Whole lot of CC for him to deal with, and funnily enough, we get to see the Tahm Kench top. So Dave's built up quite a reputation, Mr. Nerd Patrol, of being a Tahm Kench top main. So be able to see if he can pick up some kills on this Ornn.
Yeah.
Kind of excited to see how this one plays out.
It looks like both teams have a pretty distinguished way of playing the game. Both teams, interestingly enough, have very good scaling inside them. Obviously, Corki is probably one of, if not the strongest late game champions. Just starts hitting like a truck late game, and Zaya can just shred through Ornn, Galio, and Jack. So looks like it's going to be a very interesting game just from the get-go already.
All right. So as we wait for the 3-minute delay, I guess I'm just interested to see what your thoughts are on bot lane. I would kind of lean in favor of FiestaDive being able to have a bit more threatening bot lane. But with the Nami heals, they're really going to have to kind of all in him. And I'm quite interested to see the Galio has picked Exhaust. So
Yeah, the
interesting, I guess.
and I think one of the most interesting facts of it is that the only really dive coming in from the cheek busters will probably be the Jarvan. So it's not as if there's that much dive, and I presume he'll probably go into more of a tanky style. So it's a bit of an interesting pickup. But yeah, it definitely exceeds a lot of lane pressure. I think they've basically saying they just want, we might see an early cull potentially from the Severe, just kind of farming it out, just doing what Severe does best, pressing they got an even Q. So yeah, it could be interesting.
Yeah, I'm surprised, but I'm also not surprised to see that both of the
Yeah.
ADCs are running heal.
Yeah.
Obviously, Pro Meta is building the teleport, so they're obviously kind of keen to have a bit of a scuffle, keen to have a bit of a fight down bottom. So I'm interested to see how that one pans out. Obviously, the Galio can engage from a huge distance, and a follow up with a Jack stun. That's going to be a tricky lane for the boys down bot to navigate. So
Yeah. But that's why I think it's kind of good that the Cheek Busters drafted the Jarvan, probably one of the strongest early game junglers around, and I think it's really on replays to have an impact in the bot lane, because with the Ignite they can really pressure into the Galio Severe, who especially in the early levels are quite susceptible to ganks, and that's a powerful Nami and Zaya. So we could be up for either a high pressure action bot lane, as both sides are easily gankable, as you mentioned. Galio taunt into Jack's stun. There's an infinite amount of CC going to be landing on this, either Nami or Xayah. So we could either see probably one of the most bloody bot lanes or a passive farm fest. It'll be interesting to see, that's for sure.
Yeah, so I think this game's going to be either decided through bot lane, or we might see their jungler revolving around top, because Tahm Kench does have a lot of kill pressure on Ornn.
Yeah.
Well, it really depends. It's a bit of a skill matchup, but Tahm Kench is quite easy to abuse. So I'll be interested to see how this pans out. They have picked Jarvan, which is a big meta pick at the moment, versus the Jax, so I'll be interested to see how that kind of pans out. I can imagine the Jarvan building maybe 1 or 2 damage items going straight into a stone plate and then full tank, whereas Jax can't really afford to build in that exact way. So
yeah, I think we'll probably be seeing the standard Cinder Hulk into Triforce by the Jax, but I think that's FiestaDive really signaling that they want the late game picking the Jax, whereas Cheekbusters want to determine through the late game. The early game. And even then, when we look at we look at the build, actually, sorry, I'm wrong. The last game that QQ111 played against Team Mercy, he actually went Warrior into Styrax into Spear of Shojin, Guardian Angel, pretty much a all AD Bruiser type build, not so much the tanky, which I guess would make a bit of sense considering that they're running the Galio and an Ord. I don't think they need much more of a frontline than that, but yeah.
So we've finally been able to see the summoners that they're picking up here. Galio with the pretty standard summoners, Sivir standard, Orianna standard with Aerie, Jax with Conqueror, Ornn with Grasp. That's all pretty straightforward. The Cheekbusters, straightforward, except for the Nami with the Comet. That's a bit interesting. I haven't seen that one before.
And even the Jarvan running. Often I find most Jarvans these days me running Electrocute and going for the abusing the high early damage that Jarvan can give, but it looks like he's kind of understanding his role in just more of that CC bot Jarvan with the Aftershock. Something interesting to note.
Well, we're in the game now, so let's see what's going on here. We've got the red team and the blue team somewhat fanning out, not looking for any real engages. Although Replays has spotted the Ornn here, so we'll be interested to see if they react. They might be trying to get a little bit of damage off here on the Ornn.
Yeah, it looks like they're bringing a few members over.
Looks like... Yeah,
well, they're
just going to get his bone plating down, push him out, or they get his flash.
Yeah, they get his flash as well.
That's big. It's definitely big.
I think you could tap fast forward a couple seconds, Justin, if you want it.
Alright, we're live.
Yep. 120 now?
Yeah, 120.
Sweet.
Alright, so...
Pretty standard start in the jungle. Orianna's warding her red, so it means she could be susceptible to some ganks from Jarvan if you really wanted to. But beyond that, doesn't look like we're probably going to see too much vertical jungling. Probably just maybe the either red blue or red scuttle blue from Jarvan. Interestingly, it looks like they're pressuring for the early gank bot lane.
Yeah, Jarvan's definitely coming in.
Oh.
But I feel like they may have engaged out a little bit too early on the bot lane side, and Jarvan has showed himself, so Jax now knows where Jarvan is, looking for that bottom scuttle crab.
Are they going to contest this?
Looks like...
Well, I don't think Jax should take this. I think Jarvan, especially with Aftershock, Jarvan wins this for sure. Especially with red buff, this is looking pretty bad. Severe and Galio are rotating across.
We might see a flash here, yep, flash on the Jax. We go. So Jax has an interesting name, I think I'm going to call him QQ Penta 1. I might just call him QQ.
I think we could... Yeah, I think just QQ.
Yeah.
That's rather than QQ11111.
So if we look at the top lane trades, it's a bit of a fiesta as I expected. So you got Tahm Kench with the corrupting potion, and you got Ornn with the D shield. So Ornn's definitely probably got an equal amount of sustain. Look at Jax, he did have to back after getting pressured out of his jungle, so he's probably heading to his red buff right now. The mid matchup is, as we expected, pretty passive. And
Yeah,
if we have a
just-
look at bottom, Chunchi's getting the push on Bunny. So Bunny's going to look to pick up as many CS as he can underneath his turret.
Looks like Chunchi missed a few CS in the first couple of waves, only being at 9. I don't think that's all that. I don't think that it matters too much. But could be something to note for sure. And
So we
even
got-
at the top side,
We got Jarvan pathing up right now.
yeah.
Replays, he's been spotted by a ward, so that's giving away his position to the enemy team.
Does that mean that will we see QQ roam up here and try and stop him?
Let's kick you up to.
Surely he knows he's on his Krugs. He hasn't seen him walk out yet. He's pinged it. But they've now spotted vision of him. So
Replay's backing on a ward though, so we'll see if QQ comes over and tries to stop his back.
looks like
does
he's
look like-
posturing in the area. He decided not to.
Horn's not doing a great deal. Mid lane, as we expected, even in CS, although obviously picking up these 3 creeps, Big Herc will be slightly ahead. Top lane's got a big wave that's going to crash, so we'll expect to see Dave maybe try a freeze here. Bot lane, Farmfest, as expected.
Pretty even. Looks like it's going to be an evenish early game, say at least, which I think benefits FiestaDive, especially with that Jax jungle. But
Ooh.
I don't think it matters too much. Oh, looks like
Elio
they're going
with
hard
the
bot lane.
engage. Oh dear,
Oh, first blood.
that was not the best. Oh, good flash from
Good
Chunchi.
flash. Oh
Jarvan's
my
flash.
goodness, that's a very failed flash by Jarvan. That's okay. Look, if he gets him here, it's all worth it.
They might pick up
You
the
can auto
kill, though.
Q? Auto
See.
Q? No. His Q's only up now.
Sivir escapes with his life, so that's good.
Yeah, we see a failed Jarvan EQ combo there. That's
It's a tricky one, I will give him that.
yeah, it is.
No
Oh.
patrol, getting an aggressive trade on right here. Is he gonna? I was gonna say, is he gonna eat him? But
Is he gonna
no.
take
On,
the eat? No, he's not just gonna walk away.
on with the W, pushing him back.
We see Jack still sitting in this bush bot side. And Galio's walking up. They could be trying to bait here with the Severe.
Ooh, the
Let's see
Galio.
See if Cheek Busters take this. Nah. It's good. It means Severe gets to still stay a couple extra waves, which is good for her.
So Big Herc
Oh wow,
slightly
we see
ahead.
top side.
Oh,
Ornn.
top side.
Ornn's getting all in.
Oh,
It's a
no
very low.
patrol.
Oh!
Damn, son.
Dave with the
Look at that.
Nerd Patrol, sorry, with the big plays. He played that really close with his I think it's his thick skin, his W.
Yeah, he baited it down quite low and
Yeah.
finishes off with the big tongue. So good job there.
Nice work.
Jack's backing. Jarvan has no idea what's going on there. Does get spotted dropping the
Yeah, he
ping.
does get spotted. That's really good because means Oriana knows not to push up here. Playing
Oriana-
safe. Looks
Yeah,
like a mid
playing
one.
well. Pick boy Dome, the boy. So neither mid lane has backed yet. So kill pressure quite low because I haven't figured out, or they haven't bought enough items to be threatening. Pick boy Dome has these set up, so I'll pick up some CS here, and it looks like Reese is gonna back. No, Reese is gonna stick around for another wave. Very low action mid lane, but that's what you
Yeah.
expect.
And we see Dave walking back with a double cloth armor, not opting for the Balmy Cinder to try and get some lane pressure or some lane shove.
Interesting.
I'm sure I know you play a lot more Tom than me. Would you have advised maybe going to that Balmy Cinder there, or?
Yeah, I mean, Ornn does magic damage primarily, so I don't really see what he's going for there. He's
Just
picked
double
up
cloth
boots,
armor.
so kind of agree with the boots purchase because it allows him to get onto the Ornn a little bit more. But say that Ornn, Dave with the BM. I mean, what do you expect?
It's nothing. There it is. It's iconic. I've laid against it before, and it's not probably the most infuriating thing in the whole world.
Yeah.
But I think it's something to point out is that Nerd Patrol's main carry is Bunny El Rey, who's a Plat 1 player, and he's on the Severe. And it looks at current point, there's only 42 CS. Looks like they've neutralized him pretty well with the Jarvan pressure early. So it's probably on the Cheekbusters side here to really start to focus down this spot lane to make sure that key carry doesn't get to
So
pop
it looks
off.
like a gank here, possibly on the top side.
Oh, Jax is just going to back in the bush maybe, or?
I guess, yeah. There is a big creep wave, so I understand. Bot lane still
Dave
looking pretty
is-
passive.
Yeah, Dave's playing very aggressive. That's okay though.
I might just speed up because I don't think we're quite real time. There we go. Alright, we're back.
I'm at 808, 809, 810.
I'm a second behind, but that's alright.
Okay. There we go. Pause for a second.
So bot lane looking like we got a gank here. Just clearing wards. Jarvan with the early oracles. I like to see that.
Yeah.
Smart
He's
play.
just really
Looks like they're
asserting
gonna
vision.
pressure the blue buff here. He's gonna discover it. Unfortunate timing for the
Jax
Jax
there.
there. Corki does have the pack.
Yeah, I don't think FiestaDive can take this with the Corki package.
Bot lane's still in lane. They're all gonna rotate over to secure it, so that's a nice play.
And over top side, Dave seems to be keeping on winning trades, which is good for him. He's just relentlessly poking down the Zorn. But
Bot lane's being pushed off by Chunch while his
yeah,
teammates
start of the dragon.
start the dragon. So that's good. We got Orianna roaming down.
Should be spotted in that bush. Oh,
He's gotta be
early
careful
smite,
here,
not
though.
punished.
Oh, that's a nice
He's
ulti.
going on the
but-
aggressive.
Oh, the Galio
Galio.
ulti. Oh, that's a big
Oh.
pickup kill. You gotta respect the
Oh.
Galio. And it looks like Big Herc
Steve
might
Beat
go
Canes.
down as
Is he
well.
gonna go out? I think he
No
might try and go for
flash.
a trade kill. Oh,
Wow, that's huge.
it's a couple big
FiestaDive.
kills. Oh, Chunchi's taking the fight. I don't know about this one. He has flash. Oh, he doesn't have flash. He has flash up in 1 second on flash. Oh, sorry, 3 seconds. 2. Will he get out?
Surely
Oh, he's
he
got
goes
flash
down.
up now.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
nice. That's good. Right. So it looks like all teams are
Wow.
looking to reset. Oh, Chunchi.
Chunchi gets the.
I missed it. But he's getting counter ganked and he has no flash.
Either does Jax though. Jax has no E as well. Are they gonna try and turn this? They are.
Oh dear. Oh, Chunchi with the
Can
counter
they?
kill.
Oh, he gets the
Is that
kill.
Tom
though.
kill? Tom Kench with another kill. Wow.
Tom Kinch.
Back
And then
down to
bot lane
bot lane.
again. Jarvan. Action all over the map. Oh, they forced the flash out of Sevilla. I didn't think I can catch down. Yeah.
Nami with the bubble, good effort, but Sivir's just going to clean up this one. We go back to mid lane. It
I think
seems
it's one of
as
the
if
first plates of the game. Given
Oh, yeah.
over to the Corki.
Orianna's been pushed out of lane, so that's interesting.
Not too sure how that one happens, but it's okay. See if he can try and make his way to get another plate. So that could be a bit of an advantage coming over here for Big Hurt. It looks like he will.
Just mixing up a few bits and pieces there.
And I imagine, Corki will be getting close to the all-important Triforce spike, potentially after this wave, especially after those two turret plates equating to 360 gold,
Yeah,
which
he's
is
definitely
basically
got
a
enough.
bit.
Dave yet again putting the pressure on up top lane. Marking his territory. He's venturing in to try and get this pink ward. Let's see if Jax responds.
It looks like Orianna's roaming up as well. They actually pinged Orianna roaming up exactly on, which is
It's a good missing call.
yeah. good map
Replay's
win.
going for both camps right now. Saw a funny video on some LoL replay where Shernfire ganks the Jarvan, going for both the Gromp and the blue buff, and he manages to steal both and get the kill on the Jarvan.
Oh, what-
So
I think isn't Shernfire rank? Is he rank 1 and 2 at the moment in NA?
I'm not 100% sure, but I know he's doing well.
Yeah.
Over there.
Doing
Dave's got to be
OCD
careful
proud.
here because he's got pink ward in his tri brush. So I think he's going to get spotted
He's-
over here. Let's see if
Oh, he's
Ornn...
walking up, but we can
Ornn
see
might-
Replace is really close.
Yeah, I was going to say Ornn might drop an ulti here. And we do have the Jarvan, of course, so...
They're starting up the Rift Tower. They have no idea this is in full vision though. Oh, they do actually. Pink
Bot
ward comes
lane
down.
looking pretty standard. So yeah,
Seems like a
the
little
red
bit of
side
a.
can't see the Rift Herald
going
being
on.
done, so let's have a
It's
look.
like
There's going to be some
QQ's
action
gonna walk
here.
over. I think QQ can honestly just take this. Oh, actually, that's a roaming down. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Corki.
Yeah, so we've got a reset on the Rift Herald. Surely that plays over. Down in the bot lane.
Oh my goodness.
Nami
and
gets picked off, but Chunchi's going for a counter kill. Oh.
Chunchi's got ulti. He doesn't ulti.
He needed to.
Oh, there he is.
I think he needed
He
to
has the
ulti
up
that. Oh. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
He needed to ulti the Galio-y, but he was just a touch late. Bit of a misplay
like
there from Chunch.
It kind of looked like it hit him just to the edge. I think he thought he dodged it, but
Oh, there's a gank coming
Yeah.
on mid. Let's have a look. Big Herc's onto it. He knows what's up.
looks like they've started up the Rift Herald again. Replays has as well. Considering he's got lane pressure in both top lane and mid lane, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, so you see Dave rotating down, which is the right thing to do, just to make sure it happens. They haven't spotted the Jax in a little while, so they don't know where it is. We got a Mountain Drake spawning soon, so that's something to look out for. I think that's going to be the next little scuffle that we see. As we see bot lane reset in time for it, which is good. Ornn is here. Needs to be careful, but that's been taken down by Jarvan. Interested to see where Jarvan drops that one. I think he
That's
may...
really unfortunate. If we look at the timer, yeah, turret plates just fell. They just lost a good couple hundred gold. They could have dropped it. I reckon they'll be looking maybe to drop it mid lane and really open up the map, maybe, and just get down that tier 1 early. What do you reckon? Where do you reckon you do place it, Justin?
I'd probably place it mid, just break it down, and then Corki can start roaming around.
Yeah.
Because Corki's big. I mean, he didn't go his Triforce, he got
interestingly, he went for
Sork
Sork Shoes.
Yeah.
It's actually probably, I used to play a lot of Corki back in the day, and it's probably more effective, but he mustn't have had enough gold, which is interesting why he didn't stick around for a couple of waves, because from memory, I'm pretty sure he was close to full health, full mana, but it looks like he's probably have it now, I hope.
So Sivir respecting the Jarvan engage here.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Corki just finished in Triforce.
They've obviously got no wards here or here, and Jarvan's coming right on through. Interested to see, Gallia does not spot the Jarvan, so they might get complacent here, because they've cleared that bush, and they've got their team rotating down. They've just done blue, so I think this is going to be the start of what looks like to be a dragon fight, either in the bot lane or in the river. So Jarvan's been spotted. He EQs forward. Corki runs the package
Corki's
through,
with package.
but gets taunted immediately by the Galio. And we're going to see Jarvan go down. The
Ornn
backside of the
TP's in.
fight. We've got Chunchi doing damage, but he gets exhausted immediately. Yet again, ulti's a touch
Piggy.
late and does not do enough damage to take down the Ornn.
I
But
think
meanwhile, we've got Dave beating away at the top tower, but it
With
doesn't look
TP
like
up,
he's got demolished. So
I think that was an interesting call by Dave there, not TPing in on that fight. I imagine some spam missing pings probably going in voice chats, but
I think the big error there goes to replays on the Jarvan, EQing forward when he doesn't have any vision of the enemy team. And he gets caught out by it. Nami destroying the pink here. They're going to look to put some pressure on the mid lane turret.
yeah,
but
Dave's
all in
really
all,
not. Dave's not doing much damage to his turret, is he? Top lane.
No. Not a lot the little toad can do there. So he's building into a Sunfire Cape, which makes sense, so he can get the wave clear. Looks like he's going to pick up this top turret. There's not a lot that Ornn can do. I'll be interested to see if Dave goes for a counter kill. No. Ornn he's away.
That's first tower actually, which is something to imagine. He's already earned himself a bit of a gold lead, and he's probably propelling that quite forward.
But if you look at what a Tahm Kench can do versus what an Ornn can do in a team fight, sure, in lane the Tahm's a bit oppressive, but outside of laning phase, there's not a lot that he can do. What's he gonna do with all that gold?
And it looks like he's going more. I guess they are versing quite an AD heavy, but
That Orianna's gonna do a lot of damage to him. Orianna roaming down, missing pinged by Big Herc in the mid lane.
Chunchi's got no ulti and
He's
no
only
flash. There's no
just walking
summoners on
over a
bot lane.
wall.
This could be very dead. Here it comes the 2-man ulti. There it is.
See you later, cheek busters.
The
What's
Jax
going on?
gets the double kill.
FiestaDive just tearing them apart right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're really. The gold's pretty close to the top, but I imagine that it's pretty far ahead, especially in that bot lane. 4 kills with a 400 gold bounty on the Severe is not what you want to be seeing if you're cheek busters. But yeah,
So Corki's got Triforce and he's got his Zeal, so be looking to go into that rapid fire cannon. He's running bot right now to clear bot lane, and Chunchi I expect him to run mid to try and take mid lane. But yeah, this game's really panned out quite interesting. Ornn respecting the Tahm Kench, avoiding him, That's what you just gotta do. He's got a bit of gold, but as long as you don't feed him too much and you stay tanky, then I feel like he's going to be contributing a lot more to these team fights.
Yeah, especially with the with just how powerful his ulti's just going to be when the cheek busts are just going to be lining up basically in a line, front to back. His ulti can just come and just rip it apart. And as we saw in that last team fight, hitting both the Corki, I think it was, and the Nami with his ulti.
Something
which is
interesting
really
to
fun
note,
fight.
Replays has dropped the Rift Herald down bottom. So Shelly's on her way down, so he
Shelly's
must have
gonna-
obviously run out of the timer there, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's
So-
going to be instantly nullified by Orianna.
It
And,
doesn't look like they're going to be. It doesn't look like they're actually rotating down to stop that. If I was FiestaDive, I think they just. Oh, here they come. Yeah, they're sending all 5 down bot.
And
Looks
Cheek
like Shelly's still going to be able to get a charge though, is she? Yeah. Wow. They're allowing this.
it's a
this
good
is
chunk
an
of the tower gold.
Yeah. Interesting play. It's not an integral tower though, to say the least. Bot lane tier 2. But
Tom
it's still.
continuing to split push. I think he's amassed quite a lot of gold right now because he hasn't backed in a while. It'll be interesting to see what he builds. Maybe a Deadman's plate. The
Yeah, it
Shockwave
looks like
coming
he's
out
doing
on
the-
replays on the jungle.
Oh.
And he's going to get collapsed here. Yet again caught out of position. The exhaust comes
There's
down.
a redemption though.
redemption.
Corki's here. I don't know about that Corki. I think he needs to try and dodge this.
Ooh.
Oh,
Orn
just
on
a-
point.
that's an Orn hitbox.
Have
Does
we
she
got
get
any
out?
flashes? Oh, wow.
Oh,
The big snipe from Bunny Ray.
Oh, we have a fight with Dave. Dave
Oh.
versus the.
Oh.
Oh, flash by the.
Well done,
Jackson.
Jax.
That was very clean.
Jax
Sure.
has gone Warriors into Joram, so
Well, so if we have a look, Dave looks like he's building
Ooh.
into the stone plate.
Nami's out of
Um,
position here. We got QQ looking to pick up a kill here, but Chunchi's following behind. The Ignite's dropped, and in comes the Galio. And the
Gotta
Nami
love
peels
that
away
Guardian.
with the ulti. Well done.
Gotta love how the Guardian procs on the Galio ulti. Don't know how that works, but it does. Looks like I got it safely. But yeah, interestingly, I just want to point out that Tom Kench is building into a stone plate, so not the dead man's. I guess he's going for more of that. I mean, at
Front
least it
line.
means he won't be shredded.
I guess if he
Um,
ultis in and absorbs some spells, he might be useful. But
Yeah.
Corki looking to do something here with the package, although he's just gonna farm the chickens. So
Yeah.
I
I think
think-
even if he could have built, I'm a massive fan of Zeke's obviously, but especially with Corki, that item just synergizes so well with Corki. The champion does extra magic damage with Pen, just works amazingly, and it doesn't look like there's any magic resists from the side of the major threats from FiestaDive. So I think we're going to be really looking for Corki in these team fights to try and rip apart this Orianna and Severe if you can.
Cheek Bust is only 1.5k gold down, but huge amounts of pressure being put on them. As we see FiestaDive here picking up an air drag. Completely uncontested. They're looking to do something top, so we might see a dive here on the Orn. So the Orn quite tanky right now, and with
I don't know if they should. I don't think the
tenacity.
Jarvan, the Cinderhulk Jarvan doesn't really do enough damage. I don't think. But I tell you what.
Well, Galio with the flash
ooh,
engage
with the
on
flash
Chunchi.
on. Can he get the
Chunchi
ulti
peels.
off? He has flash. He has flash and heal. Nice. He's safe.
Dave doing some stuff up there top lane, but his
Oh, that
team's just
Jarvan
getting wiped.
engages. The Jarvan
Ooh.
flashes in. They're all in. Nami ulti. He disengages the fight perfectly. Big Herc just manages to get out with the flash Valkyrie away. Nami orders the blast cone. That is it. Dispelled. Wow.
And the wet noodle fight doesn't amount to anything up top. The boys
So-
ending up on an even trade, while Cheek Bust is yet again
Oh,
coming off the
They're
raw end of the
collapsing on
stick.
the. Oh, smart getaway from the. From Dave on the top lane on the Tom Kench. But I think it was just really interesting. Another int you could say by the Jarvan. The fight was done. They got in the Galio's flash. And he just ultis back in and basically locks himself up, and they just collapse all on the back line with no front line to be seen.
You gotta think he's
Interesting
a little bit
plays.
tilted here, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if he can pull it back.
Looks like he's going for the second item. I think that's a second item. What's it called? He doesn't have enough max health for it actually. Second item,
Warmugs.
800 Warmugs. That's it. Thank
Okay,
you.
cool.
Yeah, he doesn't even have 3k max health here. I think it's 2k, so it's not like he's even going to get any benefit from it. So I don't know what he's.
He might be
I don't
going
know
for
what
a
he's going
Knight's,
for there.
maybe a Knight's Vow because they don't have a melee support.
Maybe.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I really think a Zeke could be quite useful for Dave if he's going the Stone Blade. That's trying to tell me that he's going to be grouping a lot. I think that item with a Corki could be really valuable, and if not, if he's gonna go all split push, maybe something like a Tiamat or a Titanic Hydra, so we can really try and win the 1v1. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the Tahm Kench just splitting always, without any real pressure to the towers, but
Some action up in the top river, contesting the scuttle here. Replay's out of position, has to flash. Wow.
Flash doesn't smite the scuttle as well, which is something key.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We
looks
might
like they
see
could be out of
something
position.
here.
They're re-engaging.
Oh, Galio with the huge taunt.
Massive
big
out of
engage.
vision.
The
There's an
aftershock
Orn
mitigating
TP
a
in.
lot of damage, but he does go down.
There
That's a
is
big
no
Jarvan
TP.
ulti.
There is no TP from the Tahm. Tahm is still not TP'd in.
Tahm has
Oh,
TP'd
Tahm
now.
has TP'd in now.
We'll see what Tahm can contribute to this fight.
Oh,
Oh, Chinchi just going down and Orn surviving. Well done, Orn. Orn obviously level 14 with the upgraded
It looks
internal
like
master
Dave
now.
might just run in and die here.
Dave's
No,
out.
he gets out with the blast cane.
But Orn has just hit level 13, so his Abyssal
Pick on the
Mask has
upgrades.
been upgraded. So I think that gave him just enough extra health and magic resist to enable him to survive that little skirmish there. So that's Orn coming up clutch right there.
But we started to see the massive damage that Chunchi can put out in these fights. He really just absolutely started to shred through these frontliners. Jax just looked like butter, and even Orn. Even though he has no armor items, it's just something to point out. All he's got is one cloth armor. I hope he'll build that into a Sunfire, but yeah, it looks like these fights are going much closer than expected, and I can only imagine what would have happened if Tahm had have got his TP off earlier.
So I think the big difference maker is going to be Reese on this Corki. He's about to start doing a lot of damage. A little thing I did notice, he had built an extra Brawler's Glove, which he sold, because he built one extra Brawler's Glove after he already had a Zeal, and he's just ended up buying the Cloak of Agility, which is giving him that extra crit. So not sure what he was doing there, but
I think he could have been thinking of optimizing to the Phantom Dance, so I think it's a good thing he didn't. Oh, actually, Dave looking to be caught out up here.
Ooh,
He
yeah.
flashes out.
and he's not going to get away.
His ulti off. Oh, he's not
He's
going
gone.
to be able to.
But he's still got the
Well,
stone
actually,
plate. He
His
should be
team's
popping
backing
that
him up.
stone
He has
plate.
stone plate and he has his breath. They're running into the Xayah. Severe messed up the spell shield.
he's
Dave actually
pressed
runs down.
The stone plate quite late there, but his team locked into that Jarvan ulti, doing more harm than good right there. As
The Orn
the
ulti
Orn
comes
ulti just
huge.
comes in and tears them all
And we
apart.
only see the Corki rotate over now. Unfortunately, didn't have a package or anything to come
and
up to
Jarvan just getting caught
river.
yet again.
Oh,
But he's out,
big,
he's alive.
big Nami
so
heal.
that's good. And
And
the
it
red
looks
team
like-
is starting the Baron.
Starting up the Baron. It's a brave call against the full health Corki. It looks like the Orianna ball's enough just to zone him out.
Yeah, they got nothing here. Jarvan got poked out of lane, so they just saw it as an opportunity and get a free Baron. And they might as well rotate down to this dragon, a fire dragon in fact, so... We'll see
Replay's
what-
not pathing over there, actually, starting to path to mid lane, rather clearing the wave than trying to go for a steal, which is something interesting. Oh, now he starts to head over there.
But I think if he goes in for this dragon, I don't think he's got much of a chance. He's 2 levels down, so the smite difference in favour of Jax.
Oh, he's going to go for it. Here he is, here it is, going now. He doesn't
Ooh.
actually, wow.
Nah, he had
Looks
no
like
vision.
Looks like he brain lagged. No, he had
Uh,
pink ward.
Oh, they did actually, wow.
Yeah, he had full vision. He waited 8 seconds to place his E, which is something interesting.
Brain lag OP.
Yeah,
there, or
brain
could
lag's
be-
OP.
Could be computer lag, so...
And he's, interestingly, even more, he's still opting into the Warmogs, even with, I think it's 2.7k health, I think I see. So he's
Yeah. Not quite sure with that one. The funny
Yeah.
thing about that last play is that Dave obviously forgot about his stone plate up top.
yeah.
And, he only uses it at the very end, which negates pretty much no damage. So I feel like if he used that from the start and ran directly to his tower, they could have negated that entire play. So unfortunate things are happening for Mr. Nerd Patrol here. As
I mean,
Orn
crucially
hits-
though-
Oh, sorry, continue.
Sorry, I was going to say, crucially though, he bought a Bramble Vest, which is something that could be really negating the damage in the next team fight from the Severe, or at least any form of healing. I believe she is running Bloodline, potentially. I mean, I presume she would be. Let's see if I can check. Yeah, she's running Bloodline on that, so trying to reduce the the lifesteal from this Omega carry severe.
So we're starting to see how strong Ornn is. Ornn hitting level 14 and immediately updating the Infinity Edge on the Severe to a Molten Edge. So she's going to be pumping out a lot of damage, picking up the last Whisper there as well.
360 AD severe with 75% crit. Dave is going to be not alive for long if he doesn't use his Stone Plate, that's for sure. But good thing to know, he has no defensive items whatsoever. And the Galio, whilst he does have a Knight's Vow and a Mikhail's, no redemption to be seen. So if they really get on top of him, this could be bad. Especially, his flash actually seems to be coming up soon.
I do think the Mikhail's on the Galio is a very interesting item choice here.
Yeah, I think he's because it's one of the interesting things of it is that he actually can't use it in the Tarm meet. Oh, Replay is being caught out, walking blind into the river.
It happened so fast I missed it, unfortunately.
Well, we just saw basically 2 ultis.
Oh, Dave, you gotta watch out, buddy. They're coming for you, mate.
Dave ulti top lane, so he has nothing up.
Oh, you're
Looks like they're trying to rotate over. If you use this Stone Plate early, pop it. Stone Plate and no!
Oh, wow. The Orianna.
One shot.
Exploiting the vision. And the flash with the Galio taunt. See you later, Jarvan. Oh, wow.
Good kite by Big Kirk.
Dave yet again forgetting to use the Stone Plate. And it's really biting him in the bum. No flash on Galio, so Corki's gonna be okay here. They really just have to give this inhib here and not die, otherwise it's game over.
And we just saw the actual finally hit the 3-item power spike on the Xayah. So I think they just give this, and I don't think they can push forward here. Xayah's up in 7. If they stay, this could be a throw.
They're getting a bit greedy. They're going for the end, so we'll
this
see what FiestaDive can do.
Living up to their name.
Yeah,
they decided to back off. Smart.
That's true, FiestaDive.
But I don't know if you watched the RNG series. I think it was against JDG. I think it was. RNG actually went down, and this is a very similar situation where they have a large Uzi.
Oh, Jax just gets out. Ornn's in a bit of trouble here. Uses the flash. They got to be careful. Orianna has his ulti up any second now, so interested to see what happens here. Here it is, but
big ulti by the Xayah.
Big ulti from Shinchi to try and get him out. He's timed to ride, and his team's picked up the Galio, so well done there. Be interested to see if Cheekbusters overextend here. No, they're going to call it a day. So if we look at the gold leads for a second, we're talking about 9k, well, precisely 9k gold lead.
This seemed like it came from nowhere as well. I'm pretty sure it was only a couple minutes ago we're saying dead even to 1k. It looks like they've just basically taken a Baron. I'm sure if we had a Baron power play, we'd see a very steep graph of that. The FiestaDive capitalizing almost perfectly on that. Unfortunately losing only the Galio at the end, but that's okay. He's 4-3 deaths. Sure, he wasn't worth that much gold.
So you got to think of your Cheekbusters here. I mean, you're dealing with a 4-item Severe, a 3-item Orianna, and both of these carries that I'm talking about have both had their main damage items buffed by the Ornn as well. So we're talking half of an extra item, really 4.5 to 3.5 items respectively on the two. So Chinchi's really going to have to pull out a big carry here, and we might see a big Corki package as well. So.
Yeah, I just want to point out the fact that we got a Corki hitting and Xayah both hitting their core items, and still an under 3k HP Jarvan. All he needed is just a Ruby Crystal to actually make use of his Warmlocks there, but he's still not doing that. But this is definitely a game that's not over. If they get a pick on the Severe somehow and she's out of position, and let's say they get it on the Corki or the Xayah, this game's definitely not. This game's not out of it yet with the hyper late game that is on the Cheekbusters side.
So we got the big team fight coming up here. We got Baron, but crucially on the side of FiestaDive, they've got 4 dragons. So aside from their gold lead and with Ornn items, they've also got 4 dragons. So they're really something to be feared here, I guess, for the Cheekbusters. So they're gonna have to play smart. They are roaming all around here, so we might see something here. Galio's in position to get a big taunt off here if they do run down the river.
Ornn's bot side, so Ornn's going to be at least 4 seconds away, which is really smart. I think he's just going to tap this way bot lane, basically, and let it push in. So something's going to have to be done by the Cheekbusters. I mean, I'm sure he won't kill the tower that quickly, but it's going to
I feel like FiestaDive can just do the Baron dance here.
Yeah, they just started off. Replays is just basing. He bases and buys 2 control wards.
Tamken should the
Gives up-
TP. Tamken should really be bottom here, matching the Ornn. Otherwise, FiestaDive are just going to stall it out. They've got the vision control on Baron, and they're starting.
They're actually just going to start it up, yeah.
So
We see
interesting to know,
Corky-
we do have the flank ward here. So we might see an Ornn TP at some point. Galio gets the
like
taunts off on
Galio's trying to-
Tamkench.
Galio's just trying to eat. Oh, Tamkench!
Oh, almost
Come-
gets it. Okay, here's the Ornn TP. Let's see what happens. Big
Ornn
Orianna
TP to the
shockwave.
right.
Chinchi's kiting, but he drops.
Oh, Date isn't able to get his thick
Oh
skin.
dear.
We've got a.
It looks like this
That's
is all
it. They
but
just get
over.
absolutely run over. They're calling GGs already. I think there was a few maybe questionable build options on the side of Cheekbusters, but that's okay. That last team fight was executed perfectly.
I feel like it's a team competition as well. I mean, it seems like if you ban out this Scion away from Nerve Patrol, he's going to be picking a champion that's not really offering much to his team. So,
Yeah.
big props. The unsung hero here is probably Ornn, I would say, offering so much to his team with the
And that
ultis.
ulti in his last team fight, he just soaked up so much damage. And
Oh, the big tower dive.
oh, they're going for it and they
Oh,
get
the
it.
disrespect on the Nami. Well, good
Wow.
game,
Well,
I must
good
say.
game, well played by. Congratulations to FiestaDive. That game was. They played a really, really good mid game. We saw them. Unlike their last game where they were really struggling to end, they basically took the first Baron, they took an inhib, second Baron, they just sent Ornn bot lane and no one matched him, and then they just were able just to push forward and take the victory there. So, it's a good sign.
So,
And-
in terms of MVPs of the game, what are you thinking there, mate?
I think especially if you look at the damage stats, it's hard to look away from the Severe. She was never out of position, or he, sorry, I should say, was never out of position, not once. Always just doing consistent damage, 11 kills, 0 deaths, and even then, the Orianna played well, putting the ball on the Severe, but I think it was really down to that Severe just understanding that he just needs to sit with the team and understand what he needs to do in his role. And I think for me, that's what gives the MVP vote to Severe. You, Justin?
Yeah, I totally agree. Big game, classic game. It's what
Yeah.
we like to see right there, and it's always nice being a Fed ADC and then having your IE upgraded by your Ornn as well. So big props out there to the Suvia player. Good job.
Severe was hitting like a literal brick wall, doing 29k damage. Unfortunately, actually, if we look at these damage charts, it's only a 5k damage on the Jarvan and 10k on the Tarm. Which is unfortunate, but it still looked like everyone actually did a pretty good job. And interestingly though, one thing to note from that is that Orianna only putting out 18k damage. Probably a little bit less than I expected, but I guess that her role was really just basically put the ball in the back line, just try and position for a just in case they make a mistake and walked into it, which they did multiple times.
And to be fair, that Ori did some gigantic shockwaves. So
Yeah.
props to the Ori. And interestingly enough, if you look at the damage charts, Corki and Ori, even throughout the entire game and even in damage. So
That Xayah was
I'd say the bot lane was the real difference maker, and also Jax's impact in the jungle. Jax isn't necessarily a meta pick, but he's played it well. And there were some positioning errors from the Jarvan as well that kind of led the game to kind of snowball, which highlights just how important the jungle is in this game.
And if we look at the gold lead, I mean, it really, both teams did play their comps perfectly. You see the Severe having basically funneled all the gold, and also a really high gold jungler with only being 1 gold behind the Orianna. But the Jax, Orianna, and Severe all funneled gold pretty much the whole way through, especially the Severe. And on the side of Cheekbusters, it was only really the Xayah and Corki, whereas they were only playing with 2 characters based on the gold. So.
What I do like, I did enjoy Big Herc picking up the tier at the end.
Yeah, that's it.
That was probably the highlight of the game for me.
Yeah,
really just kind of expressing how sad he was, I guess. And,
struggling to 1v9 that game. Same with Chunchi at the end, was putting out some major damage, but did have a couple slight mistakes, especially early on with the Galio E comes to mind when he didn't ulti that and died as a result.
and
a couple of
lane.
things.
There was a couple of R's that he didn't hit, but a lot of the R's did hit. So
Yeah. So it's still an overall pretty good game, but yeah, I think they just played better as a team together. Did did FiestaDive, especially with the TPs. Even though they're running a double TP comp, I couldn't even tell that Corky had a TP or either that Tom did as well. They were just pretty much grouping together as 5 and never really abusing the fact that they have a double TP and maybe putting the Corky in the side lane or the Tom in the side lane, which is something that I reckon they could probably improve on for the next game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if they're going to run, especially Tom Kench top, if you're going to play him, you might as well play him aggressively and maybe go Ignite or something like that and try and get some kills. He did pick up that one nice solo kill, which was nice to see. But when it came to the crunch time and the team fights, Ornn coming down, doing a lot with his ulti, and Tom Kench not contributing a whole lot. And that led to the red team just kind of snowballing off of objectives. You saw them pick up 4 dragons. Just really stellar game from the guys. And I think Cheekbusters, it's a tough one to lose after winning the whole tournament last year, but I guess it gives them something to work forward to, and they can always maybe download the VOD and learn to kind of work together a little bit better. And just try and tighten up and tune a few of the in-game mistakes, but also the champions that they selected in Champion Select. Definitely got outpicked on this one.
Yeah, it looked like they were fighting a little bit of an uphill battle. Just they picked a team fight comp that also had a top laner that didn't really fit within that. Whereas, I don't know about picking a team fight comp into an Orianna and a Galio and an Ornn, but it's a bit unfortunate. I'm sure if maybe they're running a split push composition, they could have been more effective or something like that. But yeah, it's all on. There's a week in between games, so I'm sure they'll have time to practice that and maybe theorycraft a few more ideas.
Yeah, and I think one of the big things, I would say probably ban the Galio. Like, that Galio was deadly.
Yeah,
Galio is a
absolutely.
disgusting champion.
Ripping
Even though
them
Nami's
apart.
a great support,
Just
Galio
Nami
is just
looked
doing
useless
so
and-
much. Those flash taunts, just setting up the chain CC with the Jaxi and with
I
the
think one of
Ornn
the
ulti.
probably the only sport in my eyes, at least, that actually beats Galio is Tarek, that can match his hard engage with hard disengage. But even then, you'd still favour Galio in that. I would say probably the strongest support maybe on this patch.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's something to note. And yeah, Federalis. Okay, I'm just going to call him Fed. Fed played it excellently, handled it well. It was always sitting in bushes, basically out of vision. He'd just vision scry that beforehand, and then hold down his W. People would walk at him, hitting multiple 3-4 men taunts in team fights, and just really, making a difference. Which is what you want to see from a Galio support.
And the final thing I'd probably note is just, red team, just their vision control was just far superior. And it forced Cheekbusters into a tough situation. They were making a lot of plays in areas where they had absolutely no ward coverage. And a lot of the time they'd be walking into a play and there'd be a ward in the bush right next to them that they hadn't checked and hadn't cleared. And FiestaDive just knew exactly what was going on. They were able to react and they were able to capitalize on Cheekbusters being complacent and thinking that they were obviously not spotted. Overall, enjoyed casting this one. It was nice, Matty.
Yep.
We
a few mic issues at the start, but that sounds like all. Are we gonna do a interview or anything, or nah? Probably not.
If any of the boys are up for it, we can have a quick interview. I'll see if any of the captains are available. I'll jump on Discord.
Yep.
Anyway.
Cheekbusters, you're live. Any thoughts on that game?
Can't bench the Kench, buddy.
Yeah, not many, man.
It was,
very rough game.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. Like, we had a really good lead in bot lane. Like, I think I was 3-1 at one point. And then eventually I think we just got a little bit overzealous on our dragon contests, and it all kind of fell apart from there. I think we were too busy trying to play catch up when we didn't really need to play catch up. I think we just needed to relax, farm it out, and let our team comp sort of do its thing. Like,
I mean, at about 15 minutes, even though you guys were slightly behind on kills, you still were dead even on the gold. So to watch it all kind of degenerate from there was a little bit sad, I guess. But it is what it is, and there's a winner and a loser for all of these games. Any thoughts, Dave?
I'm good.
So
He's good, ladies and gentlemen.
Cheek busters are a bit down in the dumps. I don't blame them, but that's all right. You guys will come back. I'm sure you'll have your fanfare victory soon. I'm gonna jump over to FiestaDive and just have a quick chat with them.
Alright. Thank you, Justin, for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'm not losing.
Hey, fellas, how's it going?
Hey,
Good.
Congratulations on the win, hey?
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Alright,
Cheers.
Cheers for casting.
Not a problem. Yeah, we'll upload this one onto YouTube after so you can have a quick look. But overall, really impressed by you guys, and you guys were seeded number 1, so I guess it's no surprise.
We number 1, apparently.
Yeah.
Shit.
Easy clap.
So any thoughts on the enemy team?
Interesting choice of champions.
Yeah,
I didn't think they, didn't think they really abused it.
I don't know about the top lane, to be honest. Like, he did get 2 double kills, but like,
But we pretty much forced Chunchi to pick Zaya because all our ADCs were banned. So having that one open and
the ban phase was kind of questionable.
Yeah, I saw some interesting bans there. The one that I kind of chuckled at a little bit was banning the Irelia.
Yeah,
we
didn't want to take chances. Yeah, we thought they lined up like how they lined up was their Diamond 4 was playing top and all that, so that's why we thought that the D4 was the top laner, and in his match history he has like 5-6 Aurelia games, which are pretty insane.
True. Yeah, he is a good Aurelia player, but he's stuck on mid lane unfortunately. So
yeah,
but you live and you learn. That's good. Yeah, really impressed by you guys. Big on. I enjoyed watching that one.
Nah, bro, I got solo killed 2 times.
Dude, you should have heard the call. It's the funniest thing.
Were you
20 minutes? No, 20 minutes and he's like, guys, I died. I lost lane. It was the most depressed he's ever sounded.
Look, it's all good. Tom Kench is a disgusting champion to verse, but outside of the laning phase, he's pretty much useless. And your on ultis were tearing up the enemy team.
Yeah. I don't think they really did much of their map presence. With
Yeah,
their
they
global
didn't
ults.
actually.
Double TP, on ult. I mean, Kench hold as well.
You guys
Even
made some
just-
of the same points that me and Matthew made as well, but continue, sorry.
You know, like, there were certain times where Corky disappeared off the map, and I was like, look, he's got priority over me, he's going to TP somewhere, roam somewhere. But in the end, he just either sat back at tower or just recalled, so it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, they had a lot of potential, especially with diving, considering you can take so much of Tom Kench and then can like eat someone. So I feel like they should have played more confident, especially with the Corky package. Like they would have easily be able to dive bot lane, especially.
For me, I can't even remember seeing a Corky package play.
Oh, the first Corky package he got, we were calling they were going to 5-man dive bot straight away. So that's why we rotated down, but he just Corky packaged the dragon instead, and it revealed him.
Mid lane was so passive to watch and cast. Like, I think it was 12 or 13 minutes before both of you kind of backed, so there was really no pressure coming out of mid. So
Low key, I was just like, he's D4, so I gotta respect this dude, so I was gonna try to keep up with farm and just rotate and roam when I need to. Which ended up working out pretty well.
You guys did really well, because, Oriana versus Corky. If neither of you back, then Oriana somewhat has the advantage, because Oriana ulti is just so much more important, and the CC itself doesn't really need damage to be effective.
Yeah.
So.
I think there were times where he shoved me into the point where I was like, look, I got it back now, but I just ended up staying. So I don't know if it was a good idea or a bad idea, but worked out well in the end, I guess.
Well, guys, congratulations again. I wish you all the best for the tournament, and I can't wait to verse you guys myself.
Thank
you. Take care, dude. Have a good one.
Alright, peace out. Alright, that concludes the stream casted by myself for now, but our game is going to be streamed, I believe, soon. So if you want to stick around to watch the Teemo mains, that will be quite the match, and I do believe that Chunchi might be casting it. So I'll end the stream for now, but we'll be back soon.